Hey, good morning, good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Today is Wednesday here in Rwanda. Wednesday, January 15, 2025. And the time right now is about 35 a.m. The weather is cool. And I know later on I'm going to work up some heat. I want to show you a beautiful, let me get this backing off. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is the moon, honey. Look at that. It's real big. Look at that. That is the moon, a full moon in Rwanda. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. This is my second walk, consecutive walk for Lavender. Let me turn the camera. The light's on that side, so I'll go on this side. But oh, my hood keeps feel like it's gonna just put it on. Just get it loose. Okay. It's absolutely gorgeous. This early morning walk. Yeah, this is an update. This is an update regarding Lavender. Yeah, Lavender, as I mentioned yesterday, I did a power walk for Lavender. Lavender's in the hospital. He made his 12th birthday, so I'm happy about that. So please, I wanted to do everything for him to reach his birthday. And how ironic, the day before his birthday was yesterday on the 14th. Hey, Birdie. January 14th. Or January 13th, he's got to be raced to the hospital. And I feel, boy, I felt him. I said, wow, what did I do? Did I do anything wrong? Just keeping an eye out. Okay, so yeah. So I was just reminiscing today, this morning. I woke up around 2 o'clock this morning and watching videos. I didn't feel right about it. I noticed the energy, at least what's being referred to me on YouTube, is real negative. Everything is like fear-mongering. And I don't want to go there. It was really interesting 2 days ago when I had to bring Lavi to the hospital. Now we had a beautiful walk that morning on the 13th. Beautiful walk. Had his breakfast. We both had a big breakfast. And I was watching something on YouTube about melody and what's really going on in the system, what's happening. And basically it's what, the matrix. And they said pretty much what I believed. You could believe things, but you don't live it, your human weaknesses. your human weaknesses, like staying all this time on YouTube, watching, getting all emotional. Don't you notice now that thing like many things that that you're watching is just come on. And like I said, it's bothering me now. And it's not just because what's happened to my dog, but even before. I said, what's going on with what they're showing you? It's negative. And so when I saw the video on the 13th about, pretty much the matrix, it says, what everything has in common is that you have forces that are trying to take your energy. And they're right, and I've said that. I have said that. But when you hear from somebody else, it's like, oh, yeah, yeah. So I say, I'm not going to give these people my energy. I said, no, it's getting darker. The lights are out here. The lights is completely out. See that? It's loud. Hey, it's completely out. Yeah, let me just walk. I'll walk on this dirt path. So this was like maybe 10:30. We had already eaten. And then I got motivated. I say, yeah, I'm sitting here watching crap. And it's not edifying me. Well, it's really dark. You can't even see my face. So I said, that guy is right. And I'm going to go outside. That's what I said. Hey, my buddy. He's the one with the helmet, the white helmet that inspired me to buy my own. Yeah, tall, slim guy. Yeah. Okay, now it's getting more bright because we're open. Yeah. See that how it got brighter? So I got motivated and I said, Lavi, go out. Because we had eaten maybe 2 hours prior, something like that. It was a while, or maybe an hour and a half, something like that. But we're just watching videos. I said, let me get my butt up. I'm not going to let this TV or the YouTube or any social media pull my energy. So I got ready. I got myself ready. And then we left. It was sunny outside. Hey.
Morning.
Morning. Baby, he in the hospital. Hospital. Yeah. See, they ask about him. Yeah. These are the early morning walkers. They're walking to work or whatever. And he's demonstrating, we should look. Where is it, and he's showing like a leash, Marajo. Here you go. Yeah. Yeah. There are beautiful people here in Rwanda. Beautiful people here. Yes, I'm feeling what I'm feeling. There are good people here in Rwanda. And they ask, hey, where's your dog? They know him. They know me with my dog. So I was telling me he's in hospital. I know there's a Rwandan word for it. Yeah, I spoke with the groundskeeper, the one that's filling in for the regular one. And I felt I should let him know. Because it's twice he's seeing me coming in late because I was visiting Lavi. from the hospital. So I let him know. I have the translator, app, and I shared with him that uh, Lavender, my dog is in the hospital. He's not well, and and some other thing. And he's very remorseful, and he shared his condolence in his own way. You know, I just felt to let him know. Yeah, sometimes you have to let people know. People might say, hey, you're acting differently, whatever. Not that someone said that to me, but people may wonder, hey, where's your dog? People know me by my dog. Hey, where's your dog? Because they saw him all perky and everything. So, yeah. So I decided with Lavender on the 13th, I said, we're going to go out. And we did. And I felt comfortable. It didn't seem too hot. I'm sensitive to the heat. I had a big hat on, brimmed hat. But I felt like, hey, don't push it with him, because it was sun out. And I felt fun. I said, let's just go back home. Let's just go back. But I felt so insane. They said, hey, don't, don't let the system take your energy. And I agree. I'm letting this system, and it's like an addiction. It is addictive, and it sucks your emotions, and it affects people's behavior. So that's why I was so excited. I know that it gets warmer out there, and I don't want to subject my dog to unnecessary. But when I went out there, I felt okay. It didn't seem like zoom, zapped. No. So we walked like 2 blocks, and I said, okay, we're gonna go home. I said, the sun is on him. I didn't have an umbrella. Oh, I left my umbrella at my friend's house by accident. It was raining. It was a couple of days ago. I completely forgot about it. And they texted me yesterday, hey, you left your umbrella. Yeah, my friend has malaria. And to visit these friends of mine, there's a couple, and she said she had a fever earlier, but it's better or something. But just hit her. She thought it was something that she ate. And after I left, her fever got worse. I thought the fever had broken. She was just the end stage of whatever it was. Because she invited me over. That's why I came over, because she invited me. But to find out she had malaria. Yeah, she got tested because it got worse, her fever, her husband said. And so they went to the hospital. She got tested. Malaria, tested positive for malaria. And so she was on a regimen. They give you these pills, take it for 3 days, something like that. There is there's an herb, Artemisia afra. I want to try to get some seeds. It is an herb. It's indigenous to Southern Africa. It grows like a weed. Honey, they said that thing is very good for them. And as a preventive too. But you can't always take it all the time, because it could affect your liver. Like anything, because it's a medicine. That's what I want to grow. You're getting a fever, something like that, take remedies. See, I don't trust pharmaceuticals, period. They put a little medicine in it and then a little poison. Go figure, people. You have evil people in high places. Yeah, someone could be intelligent, but they're intelligently wicked. Okay? Hey, hi, viewer. Hi. Yeah, I'm doing this power walk, and I got my power stick. It's another power walk I haven't done my dog. My dog's in the hospital. So anyway, yeah, you can get Artemisia afra. The different types of it's also called wormwood. It's known by different names. But it's the one, one of the types is actually illegal in Rwanda. Okay. Yeah, they sell it in America. And I was going to bring, I said, nope, I don't need any problem. Yeah, I had taken it because it was the summer. Yeah, I wanted to prevent it, but then I saw, oh wow, this has such as I said, I'm not going to risk it. Yep, so I had to throw the whole thing out. Yeah, I had ordered it online, getting what, I can use in Rwanda. And then upon investigation, I saw that certain types of Artemisia is illegal here. Go figure. So I had to throw it all out. But I want to try to get some and grow it along my, the house that I'm staying in, because you might need it. And my friend, the couple that I know, they just, they moved into their house a couple of months ago. Yeah, brand new house that just was built, and they have a garden. Yeah, they have a garden. Yeah, I want to try to get, give them some seeds. Yeah. Yeah, that is, oh, not Lucky, let's see. I forget the dog's name. I think it's Lucky. Yeah, Lucky. Oh, no, not, oh, God, I forget the doggy's name. Yeah, there's a house over there. The dog comes in, he barks. Cute little dog, he got loose. It's a fluffy, medium-sized fluffy dog. He met Lavi. Yeah, they don't really walk the dogs here in Rwanda. The guard, the people get them as guard dogs, as a deterrent. But you never see them walk them. Yeah, the dogs get bored and edgy. And that one was a young dog. So he got loose, it was running around. And I was trying to help them get the dog. But anyway. So that particular day, I got motivated and inspired. I said, don't let anybody take your energy. You are special, you are strong. And the matrix is there designed to deceive you. I'm going to switch hands. It's designed to deceive and to really, just like in the movie The Matrix, to do what it does. So that's why me and Lavi went out that second time, but we just went out for a short time. We go back, and he was just relaxing. Then I wanted to work on the computer. I wanted to order stuff for him and myself. Yeah, I was going on Amazon, but I also want to go on this third party. It's like I don't want to call it a broker, but like they have on the market, like let's say, like people like myself, people who moved away from their country, like America or Canada or Western Europe. You have products that you use, and maybe the place that you are don't have it. So, and maybe those places don't ship to your location, like me, my area. So a company allows you to use their address. So when you order online, you give the mailing address to that company, and that company ships it to you. So I want to try it. But I think I should try it in bits. I really want to get certain things because I don't know where they have it here. So that's what I was doing. So I might have been on I brought him upstairs with me. But he didn't like that room. And he's just fussing. He says, okay, I bring you downstairs. So I brought him downstairs. I've done this before. But this time, I put a little treat for him. to eat while I went upstairs. And 1 or 2 hours later, you know, he had an accident and he had regurgitated. And I see that he's shaking. I didn't know whether he was facing anxiety. Also, let me tell you what the scoop is regarding Lavender. Let me just tell you. So, as you know, when I did a live stream yesterday, I sang my happy birthday for him. Yeah, that little cone that you see that he had on, like when a dog, when you get an IV, sometimes the dog wants to pull it out. So they put the cone on so he can't reach it. So he had that on. And they, shortly after I did the video, the live video at the hospital with Lavender, they gave him an x-ray and an ultrasound. And he has a mass, what looks like a mass in him. And you know, Lily, my Havanese, last year, this month, yeah, they did her an x-ray and she had some type of mass also. They didn't operate on her. But Lavender, early last year, they did operate on him. They couldn't find anything wrong. But it gets something with the marrow. Yeah, we'll be saying something controversial in a few minutes. So just bear with me. I know I get long-winded. But anyway, so they don't know what it is. They don't know whether it's benign or cancerous. One thing, it's causing him pain. So all that pacing he's been doing all week, he's probably in pain. And so when I had held on my arms and kind of internet connection there. Okay, I hope you're back on. Thank you for the thumbs up. So what happened? So we were discussing everything. So this is around maybe 5:30, 5:36, when, yeah, it was going on 6 o'clock. And they were to me what the findings were. Yes, so I had waited. They were going to just do initially just the x-ray yesterday, ultrasound today. That didn't make sense to me. Then he re-clarified. I said, look, we see something, we'll do the ultrasound the same day. I said, okay, great, that makes sense to me. So I had to find out. I said, look, what is the prognosis? They said, it's not good. Just like with Lily, it didn't look good. But Lily died the next day. Yeah, she, at the time of her death, she had the infection, severe anemia. So I have to find out what my options are. Okay, I'm just jumping over something. What are the options? Okay, I said, could you operate? They said no. So what is really the option after? I said, look, I'm not ready to euthanize her. Not him. I'm not ready to euthanize him. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I didn't want to do it for Lily. And I told the doctor then, you know, a year ago with Lily, I said, look, because the doctor said, it doesn't look good. And I think she didn't really want to say how severe it really was. No, he died 2 days later. So that was like on a Friday, then Saturday, and then she passed that Sunday. So it's like 2 days. So, yeah, so I have to find out what my options are. And this is with anyone, whether it's a human being, a pet, whatever, you have to know your options. You know you cannot operate, but the thing is giving him pain. You don't want the dog to suffer, but I'm not ready to euthanize. Oh yeah, with Lily, I almost forgot. So I told the doctor with Lily a year ago, I said, look, I don't want her to suffer. And again, I didn't really know to the extent how severe it really, really was with Lily. But she was, not doing well. She was falling rapidly. So I said, look, I give her 1 week. If she doesn't get any better, then I might do that. And it's really something how life doesn't want, the universe didn't want me to have that option. It would have been hard on me, and I just didn't feel right because she's my little girl. And I asked to bring my little boy. I said, okay, because the Lavender was at another facility, the facility where they got sick. I said, well, okay, I give it a week. Could I bring my other dog and you examine him and treat him? She said yes. So the next day, that was a day, I brought Lavender to that, the place that he's in now. Nice, clean place. It smelled good, really nice. So, the universe knew I didn't want to do that. And again, it's no judgment call for those people who do that, who do euthanize. Uh, it is humane, but I'm not ready to do that. I I felt uncomfortable at this time. Because again, Lavender, he was just, because the day before, he was off running around. And then to do that, it's like in my mind, my psyche, it was, wonder, did you give the dog a chance? He's been in and out of the hospital for 1 year now. It's like he starts to improve and then boom, up and down that I shared. So with Lily, and that's what happened. So with Lavender yesterday, because I'm trying to find the options and is this something that's treatable? They don't know what it is. Operation is it's not happening. So what's left? So I told the doctor, I said, look, I don't want him to suffer. I keep saying she sometimes, but it's he. I don't want him to suffer. I don't want Lavender to suffer. But if you have pain medication, now they have been giving pain medication, but they said it doesn't really work. I said, really, chill him out. Make sure he's not suffering. Give him something that's going to deaden that pain. And if after 1 day, I said, look, I said, I already prayed about it at home. And if he's to go, I said, universe, and I talked to Lavender too. I said, Lavender, if you have to go home, go home. I want you comfortable. But if you feel like you really need to go home, you know what I mean by home, go home. I want you to be in peace. I don't want you to suffer. That's what I told him. I said, it's okay to go home. If you need to go home, I said, Mommy's selfish. But if you need to go home, I'm okay with it. I'm going to miss you. But if you need to go home, go home. I kissed him. I hugged him. I can go in here. Yeah, we took that path. I was 2 days ago. It was fun. No, 3 days ago. Yeah. Yeah, because the north side is there where my lookout point is. Be careful. So yeah, and that when I did the happy birthday song, I spoke to him again. I said, Lavender? Because I looked at his face. Because he looked like he was sleeping at one point. So I said, Lavy, if you need to go home, go home. But I'm going to miss you, but do what you have to do, okay? So by the time I got the test results, the X-ray and ultrasound, and they were going over it with me. Look at that. I told the doctors, look, I want to give him a chance. I'm not ready to let him go now. And I prayed about it. I said, if he's to go, he's going to go. So the pain medication tonight, give him the IV fluids, all the medicine. Just chill him out, make him feel good. And if he's to go, he'll go tonight. If he survives, then maybe, okay, he has a chance. So that's what I said. And I feel okay with it. Okay. We'll see. So I'll be visiting him today. You know, they visit hours. They prefer in the late afternoon, which is okay. Yeah, there are other dogs here. Uh, it it is what it is. There's a time and season for everything, and I'm really wondering because the world is getting crazy. Look at the feeds that you get. Do you go on YouTube and the things that they have recommended for you? Don't you notice what it's like? I wanted to celebrate life. When I saw that video on the 13th, I got inspired. I said, "Hey, Lavi, let's go out for another walk." I said, "I know we went out for about 2 hours. Hey, but let's go out just a quick walk again." Yeah, I wanna celebrate life, people. Life is what it's all about. People, not fear. Hey, hey, Mama say Neza. Yay, Neza. Yeah, she's from the early. Yeah, I saw her yesterday. Yeah, beautiful person inside. There are good people here in Rwanda. Yeah. So we both turn around looking at each other, speaking the same. Yeah, the people, women here, they remind me of like mothers of the heart, mothers, aunties, uh, soul sister. You know, it's about love and respect, mutual respect. That's what it's all about. It's not about um, these stupidness. I'm sorry. It's not about stupidness. And life is. So the thing I have to decide for myself with Lavender, am I going to cremate him or bury him? And I don't see myself like if I cremate him, I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable. I did do Lily. I did cremate Lily. Lilac, I didn't. The reason why I didn't bury Lily, I was intimidated by somebody. And they scared me. I was new in Rwanda, and I didn't want to get in trouble if there's something wrong. This is Africa. People bury, in hindsight, you know. So I talked to the doctor about it also, the vet. He had he buried his father on his property. I said, wow, really? He said, yeah. Then he said, look, I'm not trying to, I'm just letting you know if you haven't thought. He says, look, if you bury on the property, but what if you have to move? I said, you know, you got a very good point. But you know, when I buried Lilac, I didn't think about, oh, if I had to move. She needed a place to sleep. For me, I want them to rest in peace. You ever hear that expression, resting in peace? May you rest in peace. I want them to rest in peace. I feel totally, even if I have to move tomorrow, you know, I feel totally at peace where Lilac is. I feel emotionally that she's happy. And I would have naturally buried Lily right next to her. But I got scared off. And I did see what the ashes look like. I said, that's not Lily. I have her in a container, a nice container. And I showed it before. I don't feel comfortable with her. I feel removed from it emotionally. Morning, morning, morning. I feel emotionally removed, even though you know, that it's physically there, but I feel she's not there. Lilac, I feel she's there where she's resting outside. I feel totally at peace, but I don't feel at rest with Lily. So yeah, I could to move from my place, you know, but I want to feel emotionally that they are at rest. You know, I realize that the death, what do you call, death is for living. What do you mean by that? Well, that person who had transitioned, that person who had transitioned, you know, the thing, they are in a new dimension, a new home. Okay? So who is feeling it? The living. Are you at rest with what you do? And that's the key thing. That's what I have to realize. And that's what I've been thinking about for the past few months. To be honest, I look at Lavender, I look at his eyes. He's not the same. When he arrived here, he changed everything. So I want, when he goes, I want to feel like I want to feel good about my decision. I want him to be at rest, spiritually and physically. And who's going to experience that? Me. Yeah. And Lilac and Lavender were like Bonnie and Clyde. Have you ever heard of Bonnie and Clyde? It's like American folklore. The criminals. They were from the Wild Wild West in America in the 1800s. And you know, they got into mischief. That's what I mean. Well, Bonnie and Clyde, they were a couple, and yes, they did mischief. So, but in the context of, you know, with with, with Lilac and Lavender, eh, okay, just get my bearing. Okay, let me get my bearing for a moment. Yeah, the two used to sneak in a different room and get and take things, you know, or try to eat things. They would get into mischief. Like the room would get real quiet. And they act like children. I said, hey, why are they so quiet? And Lily was always around me. Lily was my shadow. She was always there. But Lilac and Lavender. So I feel that I want I want Lavender to Lilac. They were both independent. They were both very independent souls, but they got along very well. They hung out together in different parts of the house back in New York. Yep. So I think I kind of know my answer. I want to do the right thing. And the more I think about it, I have to be careful here. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't this beautiful? See, this is life. This is cool. When I first came down here, I said, wow, it just looked really spectacular. But what I said to myself, um, yeah, I want to do the right thing for. I want them. I want them to feel that they are that I did them justice. I tell that to Lavender. I said, Lavender, I want to give you justice. He didn't ask for this mess. He didn't. He didn't ask for it. Yeah. To go around. Yeah, he didn't ask for it. That's what I mean. For someone to be befooled, you want to make it up for them. So yeah, it's about the living. Everything I'm talking about is about the living. How is the living in this dimension? Once you move on another dimension, you're not experiencing this one. I did buy a book. I went on the internet last year. Someone had also told me that oh, um, they talked about some book. So I said, I'm no. I said no, thank you. I said, but I said to myself, I'll go on the internet myself, and I'll get whatever book I want to get about this subject. About people who have pets who go. Did you know that? I was told, I should say, that pets could visit you from the other side. And I bought their ebooks. I bought either 3 or 4 books on the topic. 3 or 4 books. And I was encouraged. I think I'll read it again. But yeah, let me tell you what happened to me before. So I had gotten the books, but I think it was before I got the books. I had a visitation about it. Yeah, I like to believe there was a visitation. And in the book that I read, there were different examples of things, something like that. Like sometimes, like it's not the actual pet or the ghost of the pet. They might visit you through nature, through flies, through birds, and what things in nature, and they visit you, and they might be at the site where they might be buried or something, or a symbol of what you pet about. So with me, it happened twice, and I did a video on it. I captured it on video. Yeah, I I was, I think it could have been in January, not, but either way, I was in the living room, and then I heard this pecking sound on the window, and it happened for several days, and then the day that I actually went to look, it happened several times in that same day. So I said, I've got to find out what's going on, you know. So I opened the front door and turned my head, and it was a little bird, and it was pecking on on the ground, and then it flew over where she's buried, right directly above it. I, I couldn't believe it, and then there was another bird with her, I think, on another tree, and it was doing this for days and days, that whole week, and many times the day of. And I like to believe that it was Lily and Lilac that came to visit me, let me know that they okay. And I think with the birds, oh, I think it's the bird. I have the video, so you guys could look on the YouTube channel. I think I might have mentioned in the title the word visitation. I have 2 like that. So I like to believe it was Lily and Lilac to visit me. Yeah, yeah. And I know it sounds stupid, but this happened. Why would a bird be pecking, 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 pecking all week, and then the day off, they'll be insistent. They say, Mommy, get your butt up and come look. We're out here. And so there she was. Yeah, I think it was the bird with the orange belly and black face, and then the little white. They look something like a robin. Yeah. Guess what happened some months later? It happened again, but in the kitchen. And with and it's right, you can see from the kitchen where she's buried. Well, I heard pecking, but this noise in the kitchen. I said, what's that noise? So I went to take a look. But I hear banging, I don't know where it's coming from. And then I found it was at the window by the sink. And I look and I see a bird. I think it's the same type, the same type. And this particular robin, I call it a robin, like a Rwandan robin, variation. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it looks something like a robin because its belly, it's orange, and I like orange. So, oh, what happened now? Yeah. So I'm looking. I said, "Oh my God, is that you, Lilac?" And then a second bird came, and they stayed there for a while. Yeah. And I said, "Do I have enough time to get a camera?" So I raced, got my camera, and it was there. And then I went outside, and I think went out. Uh, they flew. Where did they fly? Above where she's buried. Oh, no, the bush. And they were like playing with each other. I did not, and I have it on camera. Yeah, so I'm just trying to lighten up everything. I think that people can have visitations. And nature has its own way to communicate with you through its animals, through nature, whatever. I know, I was thrilled. Yeah, so this is my favorite lookout again. I always like sharing this. Yeah, wow, they put more dirt here, boy. Yeah, they keep, yeah, this is my favorite lookout point. I bumped into the owner, I think it was last week, late last week. Look at it. Does it look like something from like the moon? Yes, that's the tractor. And there goes the moon, full moon. Look at that. You have the sun over there, and they got the moon over there. People. I I do any of you believe that there's a flat earth? Do you believe that on a ball that's spinning so fast that it is supposed to throw you off? And if it's curved, that if you go on the edge, you fall off. And how come it's not falling off? Are any of you flat earthers? And you notice people who talk about the flat earth, they're vilified. I mean, what it is. And in 2016, when I learned about that genre, the flat earth, I told this, I wrote on this, I did a video, and I might have referred to this YouTuber who's a psychic. They claim that they can astral project. I said, okay, for people who claim that they could astral project and travel to all these places, go check out what the moon, what the earth looks like. Is it round? What's going on? Yeah, I got up. It's either you have the ability and you can see or not. So I don't believe that they're really telling us the truth about what the earth is, uh, or even people's preoccupation with the celestials. I mean, I couldn't care less. I mean, I'm here, and at nighttime, sometimes you see the stars. I'm trying to dismiss people. I mean, yes, it is beautiful to look at, see them, but it's like you have people who their whole life, astronomers, who spend their whole adult life studying something that's not down here, that has nothing to do with you, doesn't do anything to you. Why are they preoccupied with Mars, Venus, Jupiter, etc.? Why? There are things more important, like right next door. Hey, did you get your food today? Things that are important is what's here, not what's up there, or why they're preoccupied because they know that come from above. We come from these celestials, and I think that's what the real deal is. So it's like in our lost history, that residual of memory that's there, and we know we're not from here. So you have people who study the moon. You have people who have equipment. They have equipment that's in the billions maybe just to study some fucking rock up there. Yes, excuse my French. But really, does this make sense? Why are you so preoccupied with that? What is it doing for you? Absolutely nothing. Unless we come from places on the moon or Mars or Saturn. I think that's what the deal is. And I think we are imprisoned here. Yeah, I do believe that this is a prison planet. It makes sense. We were introduced to a monetary system. And you notice the people who benefit from the monetary system are the people who formulated this. I'm not going to say the name of the book, but they worship it. They call it scripture. And you notice that they are thriving. Are you thriving? I'm certainly not thriving. Are you thriving? Or are the people who created this system, are they thriving? Do they get sick? Or are they making people sick? You know what I'm talking about, right? We all know what the deal is. Don't you notice that some people thrive and some people die? Why, that rhymed, huh? But don't you notice? Don't you notice that there are people on this planet, they go all over the continent and they come real quiet and then boom, they control everything. They govern you. They own your land. They own the food, everything. How did that happen? They're indigenous to this system. They're like fucking parasites. They come in to destroy, and they infiltrate systems. Infiltrate Africa. They infiltrate the Americas. They infiltrated Europe. Do you ever wonder what happened to the Neanderthals? It was a system, it was something foreign that was introduced, and they took control, and they're still in control. They want to build it up, and then boom. What did they get out of that? See, it makes sense about the Matrix. This could be just as, I mean, I don't know. Could this be a simulation? I believe that something is up because I've shared the other day that my experience with the, before I even learned about these, what do you call conspiracy theories, I was just a regular person. I used to be an atheist and then I became a Christian. And now I'm just someone who's seeking truth. And yeah, what's going on? What is going on, people? Yeah, it makes a lot of sense that, yeah, I believe that you have a system that violated the natural order of this, and it's a takeover. Money is not our system. It's not it's unnatural. Did you know that our money is not really money? It's what they call fiat. It's paper. It's fake. That they can create paper money, and it's not money. Money used to be like a representation of like gold or silver that someone was home for you, you know, and traveling. And you notice where they were traveling. Where were they traveling? That particular landmass that's between Europe, Asia, and Africa. And it's under some control. Yeah. You know, it's the same people. They're not from there originally, but somehow, you know, they've learned the art of crying wolf. They have that art. They create a book that I'm supposed to worship. I used to worship it. I said, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. I'm going to put my faith in something because somebody said so-and-so said something good for me. I've never met that person. Oh, I did have a dream about a this supposedly religious figure in a dream. But again, no one knows what he really looked like. But I had a dream in my early days. Uh, I was living in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands, and I had a very real dream. It seemed very real. And I saw a so-called Jesus figure. I was outside in the woods, and I was with these women. Let me tell you, I was with um, young women in a big circle, big, giant circle. Probably, sorry, like as big as what could fit in here. Okay, yeah. They were wearing white, like sleeveless, like white linen or something. I think their knees were covered, and all white girls. They looked like from 16 to 21. They would look young. And I was with them. I don't know what I looked like. I didn't look at myself, but yeah. And this so-called Jesus character was in the middle, and he was wearing a white robe. I did not see his face. And what happened was what the trick was, like what the game was, that they were to throw up this white sheet up in the air, and then we will run underneath the white cloth and lie down and have the sheet rest on top of us. And that was the aim. And so I participated, and then I had a chakra activation, my what you call the solar plexus. It got activated. So it was like move like felt something churning in it. Really something else. It was the first time that ever happened. Yeah. So I don't understand dreams like that. Uh, I was new in my faith. I was new in practicing that religion. Um, but I had an awakening about other things. I know that it's, I mean, you could have things that have happened in history, but everything is happening. Today is history, and tomorrow will make today history. So just because someone did something in history, why do you have to worship it? I mean, if it serves you, you serve it. If it serves you, you serve it. Ultimately, it's what you do. And I felt with me when I was in religion, I was passive. It taught me to don't stand up myself. It taught me to be weak, because being weak is desirable. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. So I said, no. Yeah, I was a YouTuber. I was already searching in 2013. I said to myself, the last Sunday in 2013 would be my last day in church. I'm leaving this church. I wasn't leaving religion at the time, but I was just leaving physically that church. I said, I want to explore other things. I was interested in learning about other uh, religions, African religions. That's what I was interested in. I wanted to learn about spirituality. I said, I'm in this church. It was a so-called integrated church. They were very nice. But I said, I'm a black woman, but I have a white minister. And again, I'm not trying to promote racism. They had other pastors, like co-pastors. They had several co-pastors because it was a big church. And they had women, they had men of different colors. It was fine. But I just didn't feel right. I said, I'm stuck here and I'm just in a loop, following religion but not living. I was doing things in the ministry. I crocheted for the homeless. I made, yeah, they wanted us to crochet hats and scarves for Haitian people living in Haiti. Even though Haiti is the tropics, hot there. They had idiots running that particular ministry. They knew nothing about to crochet or knit, yet she's heading it. And she was the same lady. I met this lady years prior, when I first arrived, when I came back to New York, and I came back and let's see, I moved to my place in 2003, and then I was church hopping at one point, and it could have been 2005. And that same lady was at that church doing the same type of like being I mean, she wasn't the pastor, but she was in charge of, see, again, in charge of the new people and finding out about you. Yeah, the churches now in New York City, I'm clear. The churches in New York City are all interconnected, those large churches. They have a system. They get you on a database. People, I went to a church, I'm not going to give the name of the church. I went to a church in Brooklyn and I went to a church in Manhattan. They operate the same way. They're mega churches. Or big church. One is a mega church and one is just a big church. Yes. And they work the same. They share data. They get you, like, they say, oh, we don't really have well, not, no, what's the word? Membership here. We don't have membership here, but if you're here for 2 years, you might be able to get into a ministry, whatever, if you want. But there's no membership. I said, oh, that's weird. Yes, there is a membership and a very detailed process. They want letters of recommendation, several letters of recommendation. They want, they do an intensive interview. They ask you about your sex life. Oh, yeah, this is someone that, oh, we don't really have a membership. Oh, it's very informal. No, that's not informal. Boy, they asked everything. Wow. Yeah. They want to get your business. And then they put you in a computer. And then they take your photo. And so you're on the database. And so why? Why would they get your face? You just visiting a church. You're giving your money, your tithes and offering, and your time. And it's like a company. It is a company. The church is a company. And they make you feel inadequate. They make you feel inadequate, like you're a slave, but you should value them because they know everything about God. No, they don't know anything about God, but they do know about forming a business and making money and making you feel guilty and feeling like you have to give. Yeah, I know I'm kind of off the topic, but it's all related. So the system is not what you think. That's what I'm trying to say. The system is not what you think. Uh, the churches aren't churches as you thought they were. Their business, they interconnect. I saw my former pastor on TV talking to the Pope. I kid you not. Yeah. How do you get this Pope and kiss his hand? I saw it. Like I was watching something with some years back, some years ago. It was way before COVID, and I had the thing on, the TV on, um, and then I heard them like they were announcing different, like they had representatives of all religious organizations that were to visit the Pope. It was some type of forum they were having, and they were getting, yeah. So each like you have like a denomination. So you might have the head of a certain denomination there within the Christian circle, and subgroups. And then I hear my former pastor's name. I said, that's the same name as the guy that I was going to. I lasted 2 years there before I left. Lo and behold, it's him. One thing about him, see, they don't tell you right away. Like I said, oh, do you have like literature, what you stand for and this and that? Oh, to get that, you have to be a member first. So I had to sit on a meeting, and it was at that point they were saying like he was smart about it. It was like a video that we had to watch, and there was the history of the pastor, and he said, oh yeah, he used to be in the Nation of Islam. He was a Rosary Crucier, and then he came to God. Like baloney. They belong to these organizations, and that's why they're able to see the and kiss his pinky ring. And that's partly why I left that church. I was seeing things in that church. Like he's very intellectual. Like that's what turned me on to the church. They had a program on the radio. I used to listen to radio and watch these religious programs. And I mean, listen to religious programs. I like this intellect, so I go and visit. Um, at first, I liked it, but then I started seeing things. Um, so people like, it just creeped me out. The guys there, yeah, it very um, male dominated, and see how they these weird handshakes and kiss how they kiss the hand. I don't know. I said this. I said they're not about what they promote. They worship their religion through the filter of the occult. So you think that they're talking about the same person in the Bible that you are? No, they are doing it in a different way. They're not who they say they are. And I said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Yeah, I said that word. Oh yeah, I said it didn't sit right. Yeah. So yeah, years later, you see your pastor kissing the Pope. Man, did you know? Like, I heard that the Pope, the present Pope, got the medal of what was that? The Medal of Freedom from Biden. What the hell is this Pope? I trying to be disrespectful. Isn't it all these weird things happening now with this new Pope? You know who else got the Medal of Freedom from Biden? President Biden? Hillary Clinton. So you're going to say Hillary Clinton, who was responsible for the death of those guys in Benghazi. I don't know the full story of Benghazi, but it was the death, I think, of 13 people. And she's making jokes about it. You're going to say, you're going to honor her with the Medal of Freedom and the Pope? Corrupt people. It's bullshit. It's really, it's a farce. And guess who? Guess who else? Guess who else got the Medal of Freedom? I thought about it a couple of days ago. And I like the guy too. I have some of his movies. Yeah, at home. Yeah, I love the actor. He's fantastic. I known of him since his first movie, Carbon Copy. I didn't see that movie. Yeah, back in those days, everything was about racism and making fun of blacks. I didn't watch it. So I'm not going to see a black person being buffooned by this white. Nope, I did. But that was his first movie. And then the first movie that I watched was, I think, Glory. Yeah, that wasn't his second movie, but I saw Glory. Yeah, his recent films is more like action pictures, things like that. And then his name gets thrown around regarding the Diddy situation, right? A person alleged that he came. It wasn't like denying that he was there, but he was seen leave early. See, if he left early, he left early. That means he's not involved. But he looked very disgusted. He was out. He left around 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, good for glad that he left. Yeah, it's cool out here. It's still cool. But yeah, he left, and I think he left with his wife. Yeah, he left. The little kid running around with the chickens. Little boy, like a 5-year-old, he just got his little undie on, running with the chickens. Yeah. So you have Denzel, and they started to throw his name around. He has a clean record, Denzel Washington, for the past 40 years. Very clean reputation. But I just think it odd. I mean, what do you guys think? How is it that he's been in Hollywood for 40 plus years, and I mean, he went to the top. I think he's considered one of the top black actors. Right? So what happened? It just, I'm not trying to shit on somebody, but you have to ask yourself questions. Now, I like Denzel Washington. I have his movies on my, I movies on iTunes when you had iTunes, that you can buy movies on iTunes. Now they have it on Apple, but Apple Movies. So I didn't understand that. And then after all the scandal with Diddy, calming down with Diddy, and then you hear, oh, I'm getting baptized. I, I don't know. Getting baptized, he said, and he's going to become an ordained minister. And it's ironic because now he's 70. Yeah, he just turned 70. He just turned 70. And, or 69 or 70. I forget. I don't want to give wrong information. But yeah, he's either 69 or 70. More power to him. He is a fantastic actor. So, now it's like he's ordained, or going through the process of being ordained. So is he going to get a church? What type of church is going to have? Now, I have seen, like in the past, like what's like Will Smith, I think when he did that slap thing, I think Denzel had approached him and spoke to him and tried to like counsel him. So I do believe that he has a spiritual component to him. But for you to survive and get to the top of Hollywood, Hollyweird, you only get up on top when you really on top, or you burn out. I mean, he is flying real good in Hollywood, and he has another movie coming out. Yeah, another movie's coming out. And now it's probably going to be his movie, right? I just, wow. I'm questioning everything, people. I'm questioning a lot of stuff. I don't understand what I see. You're telling me this fantastic actor survived Hollywood unscathed for 40 plus years. He reached the peak in his field. Then there was a discussion regarding Diddy and what was his involvement, or what did he know? But the alleged women mentioning it, they're very questionable, the women. Some of the activity, what they've shared, was questionable. So they're a good source. But either way, they may mention he was leaving a party, a Diddy party. Just because you're at a party doesn't mean that you participated. Sometimes people can invite you and they try to entrap you. So, but my question is not that he left the party. It's more like, okay, he has common sense and he left. He's an intelligent man. But what I'm questioning, how is it that he's getting honored with the Medal of Freedom? That is what's something. What happened in between? What happened? I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve it. He's an actor. He plays a script. I've never heard anything like open up an organization to do benevolence, helping people who aren't free. What's going on? little kids. Yeah, two little ones that look about 4 years old, barefoot. Yeah, see those people, they know life. The people here, they see nature at work. A lot of them walk barefooted. They're healthy. They're healthy little guys. I love it. That's one of the things I really like here. These are natural people. They breastfeed their babies in public. They do what they have to do. They're normal people. We're not perfect, but I hope. I like the people here. I like a lot of things about it. So yeah, so getting back to Denzel, he, after all these years, is being honored by the President of the United States with the Medal of Freedom. You know who else? Bono. Now I like Bono. I had one of his records from back when, in the 1980s. Bono, the singer, from the group well, we call it U2. Yeah, the letter U and then the number 2, U2. Yeah, they were a fantastic group. I like U2. But yeah, he got one. The Pope. And guess who else? Hillary Clinton. That's what did it to me. That's what did it. When I just found out about the Pope yesterday. But Hillary Clinton, when I heard that Hillary Clinton was getting the Medal of Freedom, I said something is up. How do you figure that, people? So when and I think Hillary got it before Denzel, when they were actually handing them out. Yeah, I watched the video. They had the camera. It took place in somewhere in Washington, D.C., and the president is giving the medals. And I said, what the hell is going on? What I feel what's going on. Okay, this administration in America, where I'm from, born and raised, and I'm a veteran, he's cleaning shop. Before he goes, he's going to put everything in order to finish what he was ordered to do. And so he wants to put on record to make them look good. They want to make Hillary look good. Could you imagine? She did the Benghazi thing. Were those people free to leave the Middle East? They died in that bunker or something. It was horrible. So she gets the Medal of Freedom. And you hear a lot. You can just go on YouTube or whatever and watch the video regarding her reaction to the incident that happened. It was chilling. Her involvement with a lot of stuff. She and her husband, Hillary Clinton. And her behavior, she didn't come out to greet her constituents when she lost. Remember, again, I'm not into politics really. Really not into politics. But what happened? She didn't have the balls to go out and thank her constituents. She was in the back throwing stuff, I heard. That is an immature person. She's immature. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. You see it? Wow. Did you see that? A bird with a giant tail. Do you see that? I've seen it once. Wow. Wow. I hope I got it. Yeah, this is Africa. This is Rwanda. And Africa is about the living. Yeah. See here? Africa is about the living. it could spit you out real quick. It doesn't discriminate. The land here does not discriminate. It will devour anybody. Yes, it is very diverse, and I don't understand the rules, but I would imagine respect, mutual respect. Yeah, it is beautiful. So yeah, going back. So Hillary is given the Medal of Freedom, and the Pope is getting a Medal of Freedom, but with honors. I believe that he has to pacify the system. What's his name? Biden. He has a he wants to try to boost up his image before he leaves. In a couple of days, in 6 days, he'll be out of office. So he wants to put his house in order so he can say, oh, you know, so and so got the Medal of Freedom and this and that. And so they can give him brownie points. They can give him favor. They say, okay, I didn't get like this. I think Hillary was saying, I didn't get the presidency and you didn't help me, this and that. You better give me some legacy because after this, we have nothing left. So he's okay. I'm going to honor you, Hillary, because you didn't get in the White House. And we all knew you wanted to be president since the late 80s, not early 90s. We all knew that. You failed. But okay, I make you look like a good person. Even though you did the Benghazi, right? You did the Benghazi. And so we're going to make you look like a good person. You know, there's an organization, and they had approached Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam. I'm not going to say the name of that group, but they told him, if you don't retract from what you said about us, even though, and Farrakhan is saying, well, I didn't say anything that the people from your own organization, they're the ones that wrote about it, and I'm just quoting from them. Farrakhan had a book that, and all his sources are from the person's people. Well, yet that organization approached him, so you better retract. He says, we can vilify you, we could remove you from all history books. But if you do us well, we'll have you in the history books as a good guy, something like that. Could you believe it? Yes, they do control in New York City the Board of Education. Yes, they have that power. They have the power of the media. You can create your own book. You can create your own school. You can create your own library, people. You don't need them to boost you up. See, some individuals are being exposed. Let me change my hand. People are being exposed, and they know the time is short. So they're trying to scare you. So, oh, we won't get you in the history books, as it cares about their history books. You create history. You teach your family, your children. You know, that's how history is promoted, by what you tell your children, your grandchildren. You don't need other people's institutions to lift you up. You lift up. Going up this hill. Yeah, they make you feel like you're dependent on them. That's how they get your power, people. That's what they're doing. They are sucking your power. Like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Those of you who don't know that movie, there's a lot of newbies out there. The Wizard of Oz is a movie. It came out in 1939 in America. It came out in color rather than black and white film. And it's about a young girl from Kansas. And there was a hurricane. She gets hit on the head, gets knocked out. But then she has a dream. And in the dream, she doesn't realize she's dreaming. But she got lost and she did a way to get back home. And she met a so-called witch. But it's all symbolic, the movie. And there are videos on YouTube that gives an analysis, the symbolism of the Wizard of Oz. So the so-called good witch tells her what she can do. And then she also meets the bad witch. And she ultimately was told to go see a wizard. The wizard actually is a male witch. He was a deceiver, you'll find out in the movie. So this wizard was lying to her. Lies. And she was to do certain things that to get her to get out of that place back home. You learn in the end that this wizard pretended to be God, a God figure. And she was afraid of it, but it was a phony. And she had a little dog, Dorothy, the girl that got hit in the head. Arajo. She got hit in the head, and she had a little dog, what do you call it? A Yorkie. She had a little Yorkie. And the little dog at the end of the movie pulled back this curtain and exposed that it wasn't God talking, but a man behind this machine pretended to be God. Wow. Kids are staring at me. Hello. I don't know whether they recognize me from my dog. I don't have Lavender with me. Hello. So, Barajo. Yeah, so that's what happened. The little dog pulled back the curtain and exposed the man who was pretending to be a God figure. And so she felt, well, how am I going to get home? But she learned that she had the power all along to free herself. She had these red shoes, ruby shoes. She had these ruby shoes, and the only thing needed to do was to click her heels together and say, there's no place like home. And that's what she did. Then she woke up. She was in bed, and her aunt or grandma was tending to her because she had gotten bumped in the head. And some of the characters that was in her dream were her relatives or friends of the family. And the characters in the movie represented aspects about life. It's really an interesting movie. Yeah, so those of you who don't know The Wizard of Oz, you go rent it out. And you could also look on YouTube and see the analysis. There is an interpretation of that movie. So it's interesting. So, yeah. So there's things that are happening. That people trying to take away your power, your personal power. And they develop things, religions, clubs. And they say, you better follow us or else. You got to wear what we wear. You got to eat what we tell you to eat. All these things. And so it's like religion steals your freedom. You got to feed it. Religion only is perpetuated when you feed it. You want it to stop, don't feed it anymore. Don't feed it. You want it to die, don't feed it. Yeah, you know they don't feed you? And if they do feed you, it's a cost. Oh, you got to do this for us. You got to give your soul. No, you keep your soul. See, that's what, in my opinion, religion is all about. Organized religion. It's about controlling you, making you remove your own godhood. And it's a slave. It is a slave thing. It's meant to enslave you and make you feel inferior and make you feel, oh, you did something bad. Well, what about you? Those people who make up the religion, how come they're not following it? These ministers are doing things and they're allowing children to be violated. Excuse me, violated. Look at that. They're allowing children to be violated. And then and so how holy are these people? They move the culprit to another location so they can hurt somebody else. This is not of God. And they should arrest the Pope. They should arrest him and throw him in prison for life. That is just my opinion. When you're heads up to an organization that hurts children generationally, I have no respect for the institution. But you have members of the institution who are goodly people. Go figure, people, go figure. So again, going back to Denzel and Hillary Clinton. So how could oil and vinegar coincide together like that? So you're telling me that Hillary is equivalent to a Denzel Washington? Are they paying him off? Are they paying him off? I think they're being paid off. Or they say, okay, yeah, you didn't squeal, or you kept your mouth shut about such and such. You didn't out me, so we're going to do something for you. We're going to give you the Medal of Freedom. Could you believe it? Bye-bye. Could you believe it? Yeah, they are just staring. I know I always look different. Do I look like Granny with the hat on? I have this on. It's cold. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. You better wear something covering your neck and ears and head. You're going to get sick. It is a cornfield. Yeah. See, religion controls every aspect of your life. You know, you have some religions, they tell you who you to get intimate with, how to get intimate, right? Yeah, places where people aren't allowed to be who they are. And so, because they can't get any, I'm not trying to be vulgar. I'm not, really not. I'm not. But you have cultures. They say, okay, if you violate them but not go in the natural way, you don't penetrate the natural way, that's okay if they're under the age of 3. You have a religion that says this. I kid you not, people. You have several religions say it's okay if they're a certain age, if they're under a certain age, and you do it through the penetration in an unnatural way. Fucking nasty. See, that's nasty. But see, they have a system, and if you let things happen in a natural course of the way, okay, people will get their boyfriend, girlfriend, and they hook up, and people won't feel compelled to, like when you separate the genders, this adds sexual tension, and if you cannot release it, right? What would have naturally occurred if you're around the same gender and if you're not allowed to talk to the opposite, gender. So what happens? You get an institution that's based on perversions. And that's what really leads this cult of religion. Yeah, oh, you can't get married. Well, in this scripture, they showed that people got married. They had, priests had wives and children. So how could you have a new religion that's based on the old, oh, you can't marry? What are they trying to promote? You know what they're trying to promote, because you know what's happened to those children. And they're being rewarded, these institutions. So, okay. So the Pope got the Medal of Freedom on the same level pretty much. Oh, he got it with honors, whatever what that means. I'm not ready to walk home yet. Yeah, it's nice and cool out here. I'm not ready to go home. I still got a lot of tension. So yeah, what happened now? Okay. So yeah, people, we need to wake up. I mean, I was like, I don't know anyone who was more naive than I was. But I started to ask questions. I do not have all the answers. I think finding answers is a lifetime. And there's always going to be other questions, okay? So, so they're pretty much equating that the Pope, Denzel Washington, and Hillary Clinton are of the equal par. Honey, if you take poo and sandwich it with poo, what do you get? You get a poo sandwich. Right? You get a poo sandwich. But they want to make you think that this is holy. They are covering up something. They're either getting rewarded because they didn't tell or that they did something. And I think Biden is he wants to leave a legacy, that he got some black people in the Medal of Freedoms and chose Denzel Washington. Then he got Bono. And I like Bono's music. But if you study some of the people, I'm almost afraid about studying certain people because you might find something you don't like. Yeah. Yeah. Something doesn't fit right, people. So yeah, so what I originally talked about today, I was talking about my little doggy, Lavender. Yeah, everything's interconnected, and life is about living. And I saw that video, 13th, and it said, why are you letting things suck your energy? Do something with your life. So I said, I got inspired, so I'm gonna go out again. and I'm going to take my little dog with me. Who would have known that later on that day, my dog would be in the emergency. Go this way. Yeah. Yeah. Who would have known? Hello. I've seen them before. Yeah, there's another little village here. Yeah. Yeah, I had come here before, and I had my doggie with me. They were like, "Wow." I'm not sure if I had my camera then. Yeah, they were. What is this? Yeah, you just say, "Oh, that's the school. That's the school." Maraho, mama mutse. Yego. Hey. 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 Yeah. I find that it is just funny people. There's a bunch of guys construction there. They built houses here. So when I was a kid, teen and all that, I used to be like nervous. It's infamous construction workers in New York City. They're known for their potty mouth. Okay. But here, like, okay, I decided for myself, be bold. You stand your ground. What you just told me. You take the initiation, and you know, they respect you. They know, hey, she's not a typical lady that they can mess with. Hey, she's bold. Yeah, and they respect me. They're pretty respectable in Rwanda with women. I mean, it is patriarchal to some degree, but they're respectful. I find the men here respectful. Yeah, just put it out there. They're respectful here in general with the women. They don't, I mean, I just had 2 incidences. Well, that could happen anywhere. But overall, 99.9% of my experience with the gentlemen here, yeah. They're respectful. See, they allow the natural order of things. See, there's a natural religion. There's a natural course of society that's based on biology, your abilities, everything, and nature. And when you respect it, things pretty much in harmony. People really don't care about what you look like. Be polite, say hello. Yeah, be polite, say hello. Yeah, it's no biggie. When you deny people the natural course of things, that's when you have sickness. That's when you have angry. You ever hear this song? I mean, I take it more in the figurative sense. Someone told me this is called "A hungry man is an angry man." When this friend that I had told me that, we would talk about something, and she said that, and she started singing it, and I start cracking up because it sounds ridiculous, but it was truth. It's like these West Indian songs, they have like a calypso beat. Marajo, Mama Mutse. Okay, didn't hear me. So, but yes, figuratively, yes. What is hunger? It's a hunger, people, right? That's just a gate there. Let me see if there's an opening there. Let me see. Yeah. A hungry man is an angry man. And they sing that calypso beat. It is funny. These West Indian songs. My background is Caribbean. I'm a second generation born American. But my background is Caribbean. Oh, my scarf is coming off. Yep, hungry man. Does anyone know the song? A hungry man is an angry man. Isn't it truth? That is truth. That's what makes a lot of these West Indian songs funny to Americans because they're saying things like they got a happy beat, but they have something really profound that's being said. Yeah, you get a man that's hungry, and there's different types of hungry, if you know what I mean. And they become angry because if you deny someone of their substance, what are they going to do? What was all those riots about in New York? You are denying access. And they're saying that they have enough. It's that simple. It is that simple, people. Some things in life is really that simple. You deny people the basics of life, they're going to turn against you. So, yeah. So, Biden is buying time. He's paying off people, right? He's paying off people so he can get favors. Even in the Bible, it gave a story about this horrible person who did people wrong in business. And then it was said that his wealth would be taken from him. And so, he was in debt. He had stolen something and he was in debt. And so they said, in essence, the reaper is going to come and equal the score. So even though he was a crook, he was a smart crook. He said, okay, I know this is going to me. I can't avoid it. So let me do this. Oh, went in one big circle, okay. So what he did was he went to the people that he owed money to or whatever, and he tore their bill. He says, you owe, let's say 100, I'm gonna knock it down to 50. Or you owe 50, are you gonna get 20? Okay? So who would argue with that, right? If you owned a lot of money and someone says, okay, you don't have to pay me all that, or I'll even throw it out, the bill, right? So, so when the reaper came to settle scores with that thief, what did that man do? He went to the people that he did a favor for help. Of course, they helped him. So he said that the wicked have more common sense than the so-called believers. So so what is it saying? You have people who are supposed to be godly, but they lack common sense. I'll come up here. They lack common sense. And he, in the scripture, was trying to say, hey, people, use common sense. Right? The worldly people have more ability than you. Start using it. Yeah, it's not evil to be smart. It doesn't say to do witness, but it says use your common sense, use wisdom in handling your situations. Look at that. Is it pretty? Is it pretty? Use common sense, people. So Biden is using common sense. He is perceived as a crook, someone who committed treason, okay? But he's smart enough to do favors to these people, to the Pope, to Hillary. I don't know why Denzel, Bono, and other people who I never even heard of. Yeah, just going through here. But yeah, so he's a smart man. He's a business person. Do you notice that he doesn't seem to have common sense? But then he's handling all things with, just before he leaves, all of a sudden he gets his common sense. I think he's being instructed what to do. He's not ruling the country. I don't think he is. This neat out here, this is Rwanda. Yeah, they're agricultural people. And why I like coming here is to help me get grounded. Because yes, I am a YouTuber. I get all into these videos, but it makes me feel bad. But yet I go back in, watch that garbage. But this reminds me, hey, get connected. Get connected to your source. What you see around you it's not real. This planet Earth may not even really be real. Do you believe that you're spinning on a ball? Do you believe that you're upside down if you're living in the South? Do you believe that? But somehow you stay on the ball. Do you believe that people are rich because they're just hard workers? Because they're doing something that might be questionable, or that they're part of an organization. And no, I'm not saying that everybody that has money in their pocket is a crook. No. But I'm talking about the mega. That's why I question about some of the people that Trump, yes, I said it, I question about some of the people that Trump is electing for certain positions. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I don't trust them. I do not trust Elon. I don't trust him. Yeah, right now, it's just a power struggle. He's on top financially. When you have money like that, mega money, and you have a monopoly or something like a monopoly, you control a large sector of the population, control over the market. But you have other people with markets too. And some of them might be collaborating together instead of Musk. Marajo. I think that's what happened. It's a rush to be on top. Yeah. Let's pick it up. Yeah, it's a what was I just saying? Yeah, but what people are doing. So you have other groups, and I think that they're combining their forces to get rid of Musk. But remember, he had purchased that social media giant thing. So if you can control what people hear and what they believe, that's a big control. But he did. But you have another group that's buying out the newspapers. So they want to limit and control what you hear and believe. And it's just one monster fighting another monster. But it's always like, oh, he's considered good because they want to get him. He wouldn't be where he is if he didn't do certain things, in my opinion. He's a businessman, and it's all about the dollars. It's unfortunate what happened to his child. And if I'm wrong about any of my beliefs about him, then, I apologize. Oh, Daryl, we live in an Aquarian-like structure. Could be, yeah. Yep, I think you're right. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, he's playing with the big boys. They wouldn't have allowed him to purchase a company because you have other people, or people of an older institution who could buy out the thing that he bought. You have it. You have old money and they have old friends, and they can say, hey, this new kid on the block, let's get rid of him. Yeah. I'm going to walk a little more. Yeah, I'm still a little stressed. Just I got to get the energy out. Yeah, I can't believe all what's happening now. My little boy, my little fur baby, is in the hospital. And I did everything I could to try to prolong his life. He did reach his birthday yesterday, but the day before his birthday, he had to be in the hospital. And what's weird is that early that day on January 13, we had a fantastic walk. He walked, I walked. And then I get inspired to go back out again after we had breakfast. We were both well fed. I said, hey, let's check out just a little walk. And then we came back after maybe a half an hour. Maybe 2 hours later, 3 hours later, about maybe later, he some type of medical emergency. I had to race him to the hospital. And I have to decide for me how to handle him. So I just told them, and I repeat, those of you just coming on board now, you have a little dog, he's 12 years old, Pekingese, purebred, had him all his life. I got him when he was 4 months old, that's what I should say. And he's always been with me. And he lost his sisters a year ago this month. And it's the first time he was alone. I spent a lot of time with him, but he's been also sick too. But because he was 3 years younger than the girls, his body was stronger, evidently. So, yeah, I felt inspired to go back and say, hey, let me take back my energy. So that's why I went back out. I said, yeah, let me go out. Let me get off this computer. And part of me feels like that he might have thrown up because he went out again. Yeah, he didn't digest his food. Yeah, he had eaten, it was 4 o'clock when I discovered it, but he ate it at 9 o'clock in the morning. So that's many hours. So something was going on. Yeah, I feel awful. I'm just gonna go to the corner and then come back. Yeah, I saw when they were just building this place. Yeah. So, so Um, I robbed that he wasn't home with me celebrating his birthday at home. Instead, he was in the hospital. I tried so hard for months. I said, okay, I'm going to stay at home. Let's just stay at home. He was getting nice and heavy. He was eating his food because I knew that if he didn't gain weight, because every time he has to go to the doctors, he loses a lot of weight. So, this Bingo. Hello. Bingo. This Bingo? Okay. 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 I want to make sure it's the same place. Bingo. Okay. Okay. Well, I hope Bingo come back. Bingo come back? Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Well, okay. Okay. He just. Oh, you gave Bingo. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, what type of dog do you have now? What type of dog do you have now? Okay, I understand. Well, I wish he was a sweet little dog. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I met their family before. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, Bingo liked to walk around. Bingo was cute. Yeah, Bingo was following me and Lavender. He liked Lavender. He was a tiny little dog, uh, just slightly bigger than Lavender. And he followed us everywhere. Yeah, I had to walk back here and bring him back to the house. I said, hey, don't follow us. Your caretaker. See, watch out by some of the caretakers here. A dog leaves, they just don't give it, you know what. They let the dog walk right up and following us. So I was forced to go back and say, hey, your dog wants to come in my house. Come on, this is your dog, I don't want it to get lost. So she hesitantly took the dog back. Go figure, people. It's cultural. They see dogs and things like that. They're either for guarding. It's not. They're not into. They're very practical here. It's either they're for protection or for food. That's what it's here for. But again, that's their standard. I mean, that's everybody has different needs and stuff like that. So I'm not here to judge them. So I apologize. That's how they want to treat their dog. So be it. You know. So they weighed the dog. They said it was a cute little dog. Yeah, really nice. So what else? Yes, I went to go by there because I knew Bingo. Yeah, I knew Bingo's name. And there's Lucky. I don't remember the other dog's name. Yeah, there were three little dogs. Yeah. I feel sorry for dogs. I feel sorry for little animals, and I think about like in California, someone was rescuing their horses. Could you imagine, people? Could you imagine? You're you're in a situation. I think what happened, yes, they did capture some of the. Oh, that's pretty. You have, sorry, you have people who light fires. They caught them in an act, and the police said, we're not going to arrest him. How do you figure that, people? How do you figure that? Real foolish. So, but they had a satellite view of something at the time of the fire, and it showed 3 fires in different areas. Hope your doggy gets much. Oh, thank you so much, Daryl. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. That makes me feel better. It really does. I am grieving right now, but I know he's in God's hands, and he 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 is my buddy, and he's been with me for this year will make it over the summer will make it 12 years. So yeah, I got him like in May. So this May will make it exactly 12 years. I got him when he was 4 months old about. So either way, yeah, going back to, what was I talking about? Bingo. Oh, what was I saying? What was I just saying now? Uh, I forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry. Yeah, but life is something, and um, things aren't what they appear. You have to make your reality. Uh, I can't change anything with my dog. Yeah, I was talking about my dog. Um, yeah, I hope the best for him. I hope he makes it, but he does have a tumor. He has a growth. They give him an X-ray and an ultrasound. Yeah, he has something in his body, and they're not able to operate on him. He's weak. His blood is thick also. So it's just a matter of time, and that's what I realized, because the doctors say they can't do anything. I mean, they cannot operate. And the pain medication that they're giving him is not working. So I said, I don't want him to suffer. I said, well, because I'm thinking they have to have something that would chill him out, just keep him comfortable, right? And I said, if nature takes its course, he'll pass away uh, tonight or whatever. If not, there's a chance. There might be a chance. But yeah, I don't want to euthanize him. I don't want to do that. And with Lily, as I mentioned earlier, Lily, the doctor said, her prognosis is poor. I said, I'll give it a week. Yeah, she was worse off than I thought. Yeah, 2 days later. Yeah, so I'm glad that I didn't have to pull the plug, so to speak. I don't want to have to pull the plug on anybody, but you don't want them to suffer. I don't want him to suffer. He was really suffering yesterday. But when I was leaving, he started barking. Yeah, they put him back in his, like they gave the test. They were to give him some food, an IV, and vitamins and pain medicine. And then when I was about to leave, I hear him barking, barking. Yeah, he loses a lot of energy when he barks like that. I say, hey, I have the bananas. He's going to lose a lot of weight again. Yeah, he loses a lot of weight when he's like that. So I had, when he was here and not going outside for all these days, I think over a week or so. Yeah, because it's only the 15th now. And the last time I was at the doctor's was New Eve. So 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks, he didn't really go out, only 3 days out of those 2 weeks. And he gained a lot of weight. Because I knew if he had to go to the doctors and do an overnighter, he would lose weight. So at least let him pack on some weight so he's not as weak. That's my logic. So please pray for him. And if it's Lavi's time, may he go in peace. That's all I want. I hugged him. Yeah, I'm sharing this because I know I'm not alone. There's a lot of things that are happening now all over the world. Young people who are doing things, unaliving themselves. Yeah, things are happening now in the Western world. We're all under attack from a fire situation. Yeah, this was a fire situation. Yeah, this was back in New York. We were all cuddling up all my three dogs were all cuddled on the bed at night. And all of a sudden he starts to bark. Now, Lavender's not a barker. So why was he barking for no reason, no apparent reason? So I went to investigate. Sorry, the power's going out. Yeah, so sorry, going up the stairs. Look around. I'm gonna look around the property. Whoops, almost fell. Yeah, looking at my plant. This is the bean plant. It's growing. It looks like it's growing beans. The sugar cane. This, I don't know what happened here. The water got to it. It rained. So I have to replant. They didn't grow yet. Yeah, nothing sprouted. It looks all like a clay. I have to purchase some real soil. Let me show you something. Oh, these are peppers. They're I think this cayenne peppers. And this is dodo. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I like this garden here. And yeah, I don't know. So I just want to take a look at the property before I go inside. I think I'll sit outside for a while. So yeah, oh, what Lavender did. I'm sorry, I get distracted. So what happened with Lavender? So when I went outside to the hallway, I lived in an apartment. There was thick smoke and the fire alarm was on. He was warning us. Isn't that something? Yeah, my little boy Lavender protected me. It potentially could have been dangerous if it spread. Yeah. Let me just open this up. Okay. Oh, so it's like 8 to 8. And I'm just gonna sit out here for a moment. Yeah, I'm not ready to go inside yet. Yeah, but that's what Lavender did. He protected me and his sisters. See, that's why Lavender is really he's a fantastic dog, boy. Very tenacious. He was really, he was a protector. But he was also a mama's boy too. When it thundered, he got scared. He would hide. Yeah. So yeah, in the hospital, they I guess are gonna evaluate. Yeah. So no matter what happens, no matter what happens, I let you guys know. Decide whether I think I want. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. Whether I want him to cremate him or bury him. I prefer to bury him. I feel like, whatever choice that anyone in life makes, that's their business. I had gotten Lily cremated, and I feel removed. Here's my girl, but I feel funny. I feel that I don't know, I feel like I just feel better. I feel like I feel like if you're like buried, you like sleeping. It's just something that I believe. I just feel that they're sleeping. They're not really gone. Yeah. And again, so my vet said, look, if you move, you know, you can't move them with you. You know what I mean? I said, you have a point. So it's something I have to really pray about. But I'm okay, like at least with Lilac. You know, I want her to stay where she is, whether I move or not. Cause I think she peace. She was a girl. Lilac's a girl. Like we had enough. She said enough, mommy, and she'll. She was a trip. She was nice. Yeah, life is about living, people. Yes, hello, viewers. Hello. Yeah, um, life is about living, and death is really for the living. It's how they cope with disasters and things like that. Um, but what is real is you. You are real. Your feelings are real. It's how you feel. It's just how you handle what you feel. How do you handle what happens to you? So um, I told myself, like, if something happens, I, I, I feel I'm on a, it's a spiritual reason why all this is happening to me. So part of me feels confident saying that because things aren't just what it is, but I think there's things behind the scenes that's actually designed to protect you. My babies were for me for a season, but the season is changed. I'm not a kid anymore. I got my dogs when I was in my 40s. I'm in my 60s now. And the life of some of my age, there's a different phase now. And I'm wondering, maybe this is what the next chapter is. There might be a new chapter for my life. I came to Africa because I want to be in the motherland, but I also wanted to explore what I didn't know. I wanted to explore what was hidden. Um, where I grew up in New York City, they don't teach about African history. They don't teach about, what they show is something negative. They show that people are hungry and dying, but things are going to turn upside down. And the new third world is going to be America. Yeah, you heard me right. The new third world is America. It's being taken over. Nothing makes sense there. And so some have a system. There's a system that's happening now, and it's changing, and it's by force, and I can't do a damn thing about it. I felt it, and you've heard me over the months, over the years on this channel, that I got to get out of here. Yeah, I said New York. I said I want out, and yeah, it's when they went to try to steal Lavender. My current's in the hospital now. They tried to steal Lavender in 2023. I think it was in August, in broad daylight. Yeah, they tried to steal him. It's not the first time someone tried to grab him. Yeah, so he's a special dog. He has good heart. And when that happened, that's when I decided to leave. They said, well, I was to leave actually 2022, but there was a financial, the U.S. and Rwanda did not have an agreement, banking agreement. In 2023, it changed, and it changed 1 month, about 1 or 2 months before I applied to Rwanda again. I also put Mexico. I was going to go to Mexico, get 2 residences, Mexico and Rwanda. And I changed my mind when the people who were to help me move my pet, they were professional pet movers. They're licensed with this agency, and then they messed up. So I took that as a bad sign, and then I said, go Rwanda. Yeah, try Rwanda. So that's what I did. So yeah, and things relatively went very smooth. I told myself before I left that I wanted my babies buried in Africa. I know that sounds kind of over the top, but yeah, that's what I told myself. No, I don't like it here in New York. I felt I was being made to look like a foreigner in my own country. I said, I want my babies to be buried in Africa. And so Lily's buried there. And I really love the spot where she's at. She looks like, I feel like she's at peace. When I see where she's buried, I smile because I know she's fine. I know she's fine. So, yeah, I'm just looking at that. It gives me hope. It gives me hope at the sun. Yeah, it's really nice today. It really is nice. This is nice, people. You create, try to create your own reality. Try to form what you want in life. All my life, I felt an urge of people were trying to tell me how to think, how to do, how to feel, what to feel about myself. Don't believe it. Believe in yourself. They want you to believe in everything else but yourself. You have to get yourself in trouble. You're the one that has to iron your own clothes. You have to put the food in your mouth. And so, you know, just do more of that. Yeah, I want to take back my power. And so what I wanted to do, when he does go, I told the doctor a month ago, after he told me, a month ago, I mean, New Year's Eve, I said, okay, because I wanted us to go to another country to visit. So I decided for myself that when that time happens for Lavender, I thought at first that I would go immediately, but I started thinking yesterday. You know what I mean? I guess when that time comes, I know what I'll do. But I feel that I need to get away, to physically move myself and to go within. Because now, with no other dependence but just myself, I have the freedom now to, like, if I need to get away, to mentally get away. I wanted to go on a trip, and I want to go to what do you call it? I saw these Morocco, and I wanted to go for a while. I did consider Morocco to live, but the relationship with dogs is not good. Just saying, just being real. I But now, if when I don't have any pets, I have the freedom to visit there. They have this street place that it's a desert place, and you have these fancy tents in the middle of a desert, and they have this fire pit. I want to be a part of that. It's just something I want to do, and I want to eat their food. I'm fascinated with the foods that they have in Morocco. I mean, when I look at it, I think I've eaten once at a Moroccan restaurant in New York, but I'm fascinated with the colors they have for their homes, the furniture, and I'm fascinated with the food. Again, it is what it is. Morocco is what it is. But I want to go to that retreat and just go within. I know I'll probably cry a lot, whatever, but I feel everything's happening for a spiritual reason, and I need to address myself. The pets and all these other things, I'm distracted, and I'm avoiding certain situations, people. I know I am. So I want to do this retreat to the desert and do the fire pit thing. Yeah, I love looking at fire. I have a and I talk about the blaze that they have in California, and I talk about that type of thing. But like they have these things in the ground, and the circle of people, and it's the flames. I love that. When I was a little girl, we had a fireplace, and in the winter months, my father would put it on. You put the wood in, and it was fantastic. We just sit down the fire. This is real. And I believe our ancestors did that. They were all gathered together on the fire and they chill out. So I want to do that for myself. I would like to do it for 1 month. I like to go away for 1 month and then come back. But who knows? You know, knowing me, anything, anything could happen. But I like to do this trip. It's a trip for healing because I am grieving right now. I'm still, I'm sad right now. But I know there's a greater purpose out there. And so, yeah, you could be sad now, but it's not going to last forever. Sadness moves on because I understand the spiritual aspect, but I'm human. And yeah, I want to do this trip to Morocco, find out more about myself, uh, find out more about metaphysical things. Yeah, there's a lot of things I think I want to do, I but I've been avoiding it. I've been sharing certain things about it, like yesterday and day before about the metaphysical thing. I told you about the so-called alien. Someone had a dream about me regarding aliens. You know, what they call the grays. They had a dream about me that I was on some type of. Oh, that's really sweet. Someone said, I admire your strength. May God bless you and continue prayers for love. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. And may blessings and protection and prosperity go on to you. Thank you. I need to hear that. I'm human. I I appreciate you. I don't have a big following. And I didn't have this channel for following. I didn't know when I first opened the account. I didn't know about things like this. I was someone who was grieving because of this this teenage boy that got killed. What's his name? How could I forget his name? Um, Trayvon Martin. That happened in 2012. That happened 13 years ago. Next month will make it 13 years ago. That's when I started my very first YouTube channel. It wasn't this channel, but it was something that shook me regarding Trayvon. He was murdered by George Zimmerman, and then Zimmerman got off. And that propelled me to seek out my African heritage, African history. I mean, I'm not poo-pooing any other race. Whatever genetics you have, whatever history you have, you embrace you. That's all I'm saying. And so, um, but it was a wake-up call. But I've been slowly waking up since 1986. I met these people at Central, and that really began life began my journey. Life began my journey. But Trayvon Martin incident was the catalyst. But I've been searching all my life, and it's about waking up from the lies. We are programmed, people. We are programmed. They can make you hate yourself. They can make you hate yourself for anything. Your 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 color, your hair texture, your national origin, your religion, your the size of your feet, anything. It is a lying system, lying to control you. And so I'm trying to break come out of the box, to come out of the control of the system. And I shared yesterday and the day before yesterday, I shared that, see, I believe something happened to me in the military that I don't fully understand. Um, Something's going on. I'm wondering whether, I don't know, whether something, I don't know, I don't know. You know, this person shared with me that like you hear of people who share their metaphysical, paranormal events, and so I'm just questioning: are these things true? They saw me. They had a dream with me, and we were both in some type of craft or something, some relation, and we're in like an operating table, and the grays, the aliens, were over our bodies, standing over our body. And I was like, wow, what kind is that? I never had it. But then I remembered, I also told that person, I said, wow, over 20 something years ago, I had a dream that I was in an operating room and there were four people that looked like white people. One of them, one of the three, one of the four were a female, all the rest were guys. And you hear them whispering. I kid you not. I've had forgotten about the dream, but I used to keep a dream journal. And one day I just, um, almost 20 years, this dream happened over 20 years ago, but about 20 years ago, 21 years ago, I picked up my book and I just opened it up and started reading, and I found the dream. I forgot, and I even had it. I forgot. And so fast forward, all these things that has happened, I'm wondering whether humanity is being tampered with. What I don't know whether they're tampering with us during our sleep in the astral world or what. I don't know. But I had the dream 20 plus years ago, and then the person had a dream um, about being on a craft, and these grays are over our bodies on it. Isn't it crazy? Yeah, and then now you have like in New Jersey and all throughout the world these um, what do you call those things that fly around? Oh God, I forget the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Drone. Drones all over. Yeah, drones. You have the orbs and the plasmoids, as they call it. It sounds crazy, 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 crazy. But they're all seeing it with the camera. They see with the naked eye. So what's happening? So I did this before, and I'm thinking more and more. Something is going on. You start asking questions in your life. Do you have missing time? Now, I don't have missing time. Not really, no. Mm, no, but I think things changed for me when I became 6 years of age. That's when something happened, and I knew something happened, but I don't understand what happened. Um, and then I had that dream. Also, I told the dream about this Dutch, what kind of Dutch-sounding lady, um, and this tiger, and the lady said it was a middle-aged white lady with that type of accent, and she said, "Let it eat you." And I think she might have had a microphone at her desk. And this dream was 3 years ago, about 3 years ago in America. And then this tiger came around, right? It was a giant, giant tiger. And then, she said, what she said, let it eat you. And then it like covered me, this thing. And I said, oh my God, am I dead? I'm dreaming this. And then I woke up. And it dawned on me, it was a hologram. Because the thing, like, either I looked on the side, like if you look at a hologram straight on, it looks three-dimensional, right? But um, I saw it at an angle, and it was flat like a pancake. But you look at it straight on real, this giant-sized tiger, and then on the side it was flat, like a piece of paper. It was a hologram. I was having a memory, what you call like you reliving a memory, like with the soldiers, like the movie Jason Bourne, that movie series. Now, what happened with Jason Bourne? He was a regular guy in the military, like myself, and then he thought he was volunteering for this special group, but they manipulated him to do it. See, they can do that. They set up a series of events to convince you to do something, but they plotted it all along. They had uh, they unalived his father in front of him. That's all, of course, and they made it look like they were terrorists, but no, it was the government that plotted it to get rid of him the father, so that they knew once the father died that he'd be motivated to join the organization and to do what he's trained to do. So he enlists a special group in the military, and then they went against will. They tricked him, and in the series Jason Bourne, he learns what actually happened to him, and is what's happening to us on different levels. That's what I'm asking. So they could have you go into something, manipulate situations to have you do certain things, or they just do experiments on people. Yeah, I had an event that happened to me in the military. It didn't make sense. I'm a healthy person. Didn't never had anything weird. Yeah. So the pieces together. And so um, when you see about what's happening out with these drones and UFOs, I feel it's something that's just trying to that the secret is coming out. There are many secrets, and they don't really want to tell you, but they know that time is up. People are getting fed up. People are might have belonged to certain organizations, and then they get backstabbed, and so come what you call a whistleblower. That's the term, whistleblower, and they're speaking out. And a lot of them are becoming unalive, these whistleblowers. Yes, yes. So I share this. I know it sounds bizarre. I do not do drugs. I do not drink. I don't smoke. Um, but I'm putting the dots together, and you need to put your dots together. And yes, this title coming in, and but don't fall for it. Don't let it consume you. That's what I'm learning. And yes, lavender is not doing, um, but please don't let it consume you. And I say that to myself. Um, I love little boy, but I can't let this hold me back. Um, I will grieve. You bet I will. Um, but I know that the Creator, that life has something more for me to accomplish or to teach me. And I think when that time goes, I want to do a little trip, go within. I want to do a fire ceremony. I want to do. I like looking at controlled fire, not California fire, but controlled situation. Had some good food, good Moroccan food. I love spicy food. Um, yeah, yeah. Food does comfort me, and I want to go within and come back and to have an. Um, I want to try to divide what's my next step in life. I can avoid life. None of us could avoid life. Don't try avoid it. Easier said than done. Try not avoiding. Eventually, you have to come to terms to certain things, and this is one of them. What's life? Um, so yeah, I want to keep on keeping on. Yeah, keep on keeping on. This is an illusion. It's to pull your emotions and all that, but it ain't really real. But your essence in you, your essence is real, and your my little doggy's essence, is eternal. Yeah, almost one more thing. I had a visitation of an orb about 6 years ago, 2019, on my birthday. I was watching, yeah, I've shared this also because I'm sharing this. Yeah, and I'm going to share what happened to my pet. Yeah, um, the other world is real. The spiritual world is real. I was watching a paranormal movie, the movie Sixth Sense and Passengers. Both movies are pretty much the same movie, but different. And I think it's the movie Passengers in particular that gets, it's about a plane crash. And the characters in the movie comes to an awareness what happened to them. So, with that being said, I was very moved by the movie. And then I saw like a light, like something was like right there was shining on my face. So I said, well, I'm watching this movie on the screen. How come only one spot of my face, not like the whole thing? So I looked down, and there it was. It was the perfect light ray. It was the size of a marble. It was pure white light, and it emanated these rays from its center, and it was densely packed. But you saw it's like each ray was like the thinness of a hair strand, even thinner than a hair strand. And it was pure white, and it moved from here and moved across, and it went right in the tip of my nose, because I believe it wanted me to see it. And once I gave it the attention, okay, I'm looking at you right there, then it disappears like that. I never had something like that happen before. The first time I saw an orb, this happened on my birthday in 2019, and then I did a video. I bought a device, a security camera that could record in infrared, at nighttime. And this world has tons and tons of orbs. They're visible to the naked eye, but they could manifest when they want to be seen. And so all what's happened with the orbs in Jersey and all in America, they want to be seen. They come in different shapes, different colors, and have consciousness. And the one that I saw, I felt it was communicating through my heart, saying, "You're not alone." It didn't want me to feel that I was alone. So I think because it happened on my birthday, and yeah, can't deal with it, can't compete. So, yeah, so I believe it was someone that me. I had a friend that died earlier that year. She was very good to me. She's from a good family. That was in Hawaii. Uh, or, or it even could have been my father, I think. Yeah. Um, yeah, but I believe it's someone that knew me, and they came to visit me on my birthday, and they wanted me to know not alone. It comforted me, and it introduced me to the world of orbs. Again, I don't do drugs or anything like that. And when I got a camera, I hooked it up in two places in my house, my apartment back then in New York City. And I was seeing all these orbs, but they were large. These were like that big, not like a little marble like that. And I have a YouTube channel. It's called Orb Whisperer. Orb Whisperer. There are two channels actually by the same name, but it's the one with me on the headline, like the cover page, me in bed with an orb right next to my face. That's mine. And I have a handful of videos that I capture these different types of orbs. They could be round, they could flick like on and off, they could look like a bird, like a bird body and a head of a man. They could look like cubes. They could look like spiky things. It's really weird. And they exist. And they act like flocks of birds. Sometimes like they come in flocks and they go to one side of the room to another, like flocks of birds. But they're orbs. Innumerable. Innumerable that I caught on video. So yeah, anybody can do it. And no one's special. And you can buy a security camera that has the infrared, set it up anywhere, and particularly at night, particularly this activity that you like wherever where you feel like something, that is happening, put it there. And you're going to capture them. There are other YouTubers that are doing the same thing. Yes, I'm not the only one. I've seen other YouTube channels that I had contacted, went in the comment section and wrote them. And yeah, this other YouTuber, he does the videos outside his property on his lawn, and he captures them. But I capture mine inside, and they go through the house like a flock of birds. Boom, they have consciousness. They do. And so, yeah, the other thing I want to share just before is this. I shared what happened with me with the orb, and that I think whatever what happens to Lavender, I'm gonna be sad, but it's something greater. Something is going to be taught me through this, and the Creator's in control. Uh, he was telling me the story that he had a metaphysical, experience. Let me see. I have watched the videos, and they were interesting seeing them when you lived in. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for verifying. Yeah, they're everywhere, and they're in Africa too. I set up my cameras here. I set it up in my living room and in my bedroom, and I was able to record them. They're identical. I thought maybe it might look different in Africa. No, they're all the same. They're the same. So no matter where you go, they exist. So anyway, with my doctor, like I shared with my doctor, I mean with the vet, about my paranormal experience. Then he shared with me what happened. He said that he had a childhood friend, and when they became adults, they separate. They went in their own paths, work and all that. But later, his best friend passed away, and he's grieved and everything. Then he told me he had a visitation. The person came and visited him. They didn't say anything to him, but he was wearing the T-shirt that he usually wears back in the day. Yeah. And then he said this other person that he knew, that he admired, it was like a mentor. He had a visitation from him and his father. Yeah, so he had 3 visitations. And his father, I think, gave him a message. But yeah, and I know of other people back in New York, and they didn't see anything. They heard a voice, and it was a voice that thanked him for doing a particular task. Yeah. So the other world is the other world does exist. So I'm saying this because yes, we're gonna have things that are gonna upset us when people that we love pass away, but don't really die. And that's what I'm reminding myself and reminding you of. You don't really die. You change form. Your energy by you is out there, and they have their own life now, and they can visit you. You know, I don't know why they don't visit everybody, whatever. Who knows? I don't know the answer. But some people get visitations, and maybe those don't get visited. I'm just speculating that sometimes when you're too upset, it's like a barrier, like this, So, and so they can't get through. They're trying to like knock on your door, but you're not answer it. Remember before what I said early in the live stream? It was right. See what that plan is? Well, no, I'll do it this way. See what that plan is? Let me get my phone. It happened for a couple of days. This was early last year. And something was knocking on the glass for a couple of days. But I just didn't want to take a look. I was new in this house. I just didn't feel like looking. And then one particular day that week, it was pecking all day, on and off that whole day, about maybe 4 times that in one day. So I said, I'm going to open. So I opened up this door that you see there, and there it was. It was a bird. And then it flew, and it showed me people. It went where Oh, look at that bird up there. It has a leaf in its mouth. See that? Yeah, it showed me, and turn around, it showed me, it went where Lilac is, my little dog. Yeah, I believe it was a visitation. It wanted to get my butt up so it say hello, and it went to where the dog is buried. And there was another bird there. And then a couple of months later, banging again, but this time was in the kitchen. Knocking, 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 knocking. I said, what's that noise? So I get up. I couldn't tell where exactly it was coming from. And then I see it's coming from the kitchen. And I opened the curtain a little more, and there it was. There were one bird. And it was looking at itself in the glass. And then another bird joined it, and they were playing. I said, God, it's Lily and Lilac. They came to, that's how I felt. Lily and Lilac were visiting me and letting me know I'm not alone. And then I raced outside. I got my camera. Yeah, I put it on camera. Both incidences I have on camera. I don't know the exact name of the video, but you say, like, typing in visitation. You know, you go to my channel in the search bar and put in visitation. I think you'll get the two videos. Yeah, it was earlier last year in 2024. Yeah. And then they flew also, they flew around the area where she married, and then the two were playing in these bushes. I believe they were on visitation. Yeah, I tried to be very discreet about it in the video because I know I'm weird. But yeah, I think that was Lily and Lilac letting me know, hey, mommy, we're thinking about you. Uh, we just want to let you know that we're okay. So, yeah, something that Lavender visits me too. Yeah, they, I think they want, there are books on the subject. Yeah, Lenny, there are books on the subject of when you have pets and they pass on, and different ways how they signal to you that they're around. Yeah, I know that there are other things that exist, and that sometimes they could communicate with you. So, yeah, so I just want to say that for an up note, yeah, their life is so big. We're not going to know everything. There's always going to be a mystery. If we knew everything, life would be boring, right? So if there's everything about a mystery, hey, it gives you something to focus on. And I think when I saw the video on the 13th to say, hey, stop getting glued on uh, the internet, and it's trying to suck your energy. Go out. And so that's why I went out Lavender. That's what happened. I felt so encouraged because really nice outside. We just ate breakfast. I said, hey, let's get our butt up and let's go for a little walk. That's what happened. And that ultimately, later on, he got sick. But if things going to happen, it's going to happen. And, but learn from it. He was there for me. He's my little boy. He always was a little boy. But there's a new phase in life, and there's a time and season for every matter under the sun. And you're in it. Yeah. So I thank you for this opportunity. I mean, hey, when I cook my breakfast, maybe I should eat it out here on the stoop. Yeah, I get to see the birds and all that. It's beautiful. Yeah, I told myself, I said, I want to find a place and after peace, balance, and growth and safety. Yes, you too. You too, Daryl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Life is beautiful. And I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it. I want to do things that I've never done before. Yeah. So I want to explore this world. And it's easier to explore the world. Don't have pets. Once you get settled, let's say you have a backup system. You're living with other people and they can watch the dog. But right now it's just me. Yeah. So I don't think I want to get a pet right away. I want to at least I need to be alone for a little bit. Um, it's hard, but I think I need to go within, and I want to explore Africa. I want to explore this world. Uh, I'm going to go to Portugal. Did you know that Portugal, surprised at Portugal, I shouldn't say it like that, um, but Portugal has this organization called the IAC, International Consciousness something like that. And they teach you how to astral project. You heard me right, astral projection. I took a course in this in 2016, and they have a main headquarters in Portugal. And I'm thinking about going to that. I think I would like to go to that one. Yeah, I think I'd like to go there and do that. We'll see. We'll see. You know, see that when one door closes, another one opens. I'm going to say that again. When one door closes, that's okay because there's going to be another one opening. And so I'm going to take that opportunity and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. So, yeah, there's a lot of exploration for me to do. And the world is under attack. It's just trying to deceive you. You are more important than the system. Don't be too wrapped up on the physical world or the monetary system. It's fake. It's a fake system. I mentioned that earlier. It's a fake system, and then it traps you, and it keeps you being in bondage to them. And that's why they're destroying Hollywood. You heard that with the fires? It's in Hollywood. Yeah, they're getting rid of them. There's a new system that's going to be taking place. But that's okay because you have you. Love yourself. Get to know yourself, people. You are not your dollars and cents. You are eternal spirit. And just remind yourself that when things get kind of tight, okay? Peace, love, joy, harmony to all of you. I appreciate you all listening. I appreciate that you all on my journey, my walk did. And we're doing this also for Lavi. Yes, Lavender. There's a power walk that we did today for Lavender that send him your love and your peace and that he is not in distress anymore. Yes, he's all our dog. He's our, like we call it, mascot. Yeah, and he'll live forever. Okay? Yes, send him your prayers. Thank you again. Thank you for sharing this time with me on my spiritual journey, and I will keep you posted no matter what happens. Take care and enjoy your day. Bye bye.